So, as you see, the world traveling by. I'm on the road all the time, traveling as an insurance adjuster. But one of the things that I have been looking into is the right gear for vlogging. And I have definitely come to the conclusion that a lot can be done on your iPhone. There are some problems with transferring those videos over to an MP4 type format. It's an HEIC or something like that is what it comes in, and it's really a pain in the neck to transfer over. It does pretty good video. This is the FaceTime camera of an iPhone 10, and I think the quality is pretty good. It seems pretty clear, and you know, no complaints there. The microphone appears to be decent, and you're hearing some background noise in the car as I'm driving, but that's okay. But my primary camera is Canon EOS-M50, and it is a much smaller mirrorless camera than the traditional DSLR. I really like it. I feel like that's been a tremendous camera. It's not too expensive. I'll put a link in the page in the description below about where I found it and a little bit about the camera. But it's not too bad. I was actually really pleased with the cost, and it comes, you know, I got a kit, so it has a lot of stuff in it, and certainly, you know, you can look around, shop around, but you know, Amazon's probably got a good price. That's where I got mine, and I was really pleased with it. But anyways, what's really cool about it is it runs. You can record 4K video, high definition. So if you're looking to vlog and you want some really decent photographs of yourself and, you know, the surroundings, it's going to really take an awesome picture. And the other thing too is when I'm holding that thing on a vlog stick, you know, a selfie stick, I've got a microphone attached. Also, I'll tell you which microphone, a stick microphone I found. It was totally awesome, really cheap. That works really good. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to hold this thing out on your arm for a while and record stuff, you want something to be light. You don't want to be carrying this monster thing sticking out there, you know, killing your arm. You have to switch arms every single time you're working with it. But that's a great camera. It's really light. So anyway, so what I started with, and I'll probably go into more detail with this a little bit later. I started recording some videos, and I used green screen, green fabric on the back side of the wall. Used makeshift lighting, tried to find some cheap lighting on Amazon, and you know, I've lots of videos watching about how to set up lighting. Used a ring light, also, you know, for that. I'll put that also in the description. And all these things I look for were the cheapest things I could find. I wasn't looking for anything super expensive because I was trying to think, hey, I got to do a budget here. I'm trying to work on a budget. I'm trying to kill myself with expense. And so I was looking for the cheapest and best things, and I did the research to find out what that was. So, you know, use my advice if you like, but that's what I'm doing. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was I've been editing some photos, and what I've used a couple different products for editing, and the most important one that I found that works best for me when I was first starting was Filmora. So that is really good. I'll put a link in there as well for that. But what I moved towards as I became more familiar with Filmora, and the reason why Filmora was so awesome was that it was a really simple program to learn, meaning I didn't have to spend a ton of time. You know, I could find the videos online with them, and they would share, you know, the company would share how to do things with it. So I felt like it was a really quick learning curve for learning that stuff. But then as I learned the basic techniques, which I think are pretty consistent through a lot of programs, you know, your cut and your slice and all these different things, editing type, you know, sequencing, I ended up going to Adobe Premiere and studying that. Now, I want to tell you, Adobe Premiere is nuts. It is a crazy program, and I tell you, it's a huge learning curve. But again, there's tons of videos and tons of guys out there that are teaching stuff about it. So great thing, you know, great thing to learn. And one thing I've noticed is that if you don't know something specifically, like what a button does, you know, you hover over the button and it'll tell you what it does. So you're able to, you know, learn, you know, what those buttons do. And then what I did is I went over to YouTube and just typed in that button and put Adobe Premiere after it. And then it gave me all the information I needed to figure out how to use that button. So I felt like that's how I'm learning, is a little bit at a time. You'll see some from my videos, some of them are kind of cheesy and some of them I'm getting better. So I feel like that's one way that you can feel like things are getting better, is if you spend a little more time researching how to do each type of behavior in that program, then you're going to get better. So I'll go a little bit more over with in detail with my setup. I'd love to show you my setup. It's real primitive, but it works. And that allows you, with a green screen, it allows me to put whatever background I want on my videos. Like as you see in one of my videos for my adjuster video, I used a brick background. And I tried something with a bookshelf and a wood background, and that worked okay, but it was having a hard time deciphering between me and the details in the book. So that one wasn't working as well. But I'll share those photos as well about that. So going forward, I'm a drone operator also, licensed, and I'm going to go, you know, talk about that as well, how I got my drone license, part 107. That was really informative and interesting to study for, so I'm going to go over that. But so lots of cool things coming up, and I hope you'll stick with me. And if you find some value in this video, please hit the like button. It does me good. I'm just getting started, so I think we got a wonderful road ahead of us. Oh, actually, let me show you the road. So, wonderful road in front of us. So, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this while I'm driving, but oh well. As long as I don't stare at the camera too long, then, you know, I'm going to be driving down the road and hitting something. But anyways, stick with me. Hope you like something, and we'll go down this road together. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.